What's up, folks? Welcome in League of Legends Worlds 2024 Anthem, Heavy as the Crown, featuring Linkin Park. That's pretty exciting. Now, I gotta let you know that I'm not a League player. I'm spectator, man. Like, we've done very few videos on this YouTube channel about it, but my Twitch community has thrown quite a few League songs at me to listen to, and it's always been super entertaining. The production is like ridiculously high. So, but I don't know any game mechanics, lore. I'm completely an outsider. I appreciate all your comments with insight, though. But musically speaking, I'm very excited to hear this because in like a small amount of time, this video's gotten so many views. I was getting like a lot of FOMO. I was like, I can't be the only person not doing this. So we're gonna listen to it together. I'm excited. Let's go. Ooh, into the tubular chimes. Nice layering. Oh, the footsteps of the left hand in the piano, very percussive. Dude, the band is animated in this? That's sick. Check-a-doo, check-a-doo. Very Linkin Park.
On the floor again, one knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if you wipe
nice pocket groove. Oh, there's so much space between that bass groove. We'll go back in a second and talk about it. Just want to get a taste. That's gorgeous. Oh yeah, new vocalist. Fuck, I forgot. Sounds like it, man. All right, let's go back and talk about it. I forgot about the new vocalist. It's like they're like, you know, it's their brand, it's their sound. You can hear it. I'm not like a hardcore fan. I'm not going to be pretending to like know everything about them. I just appreciate good music, and this is really fun music so far. I love this introduction, how like thin and airy it is, but we get some installations of board. We almost get that cool theme that's going on in the background. Like right here, we're setting tonality between woodwinds and strings. We get a little flip up there. We don't quite know what key we're in yet, because it's just all this open intervals. We get root, perfect fifth. Boom, boom. And you can feel some minor tonality there. Very cool. One more time. I'm sorry to stop so much, but this is what we do. We just try to appreciate the little details. And I love when they drop into the chimes, the tubular chimes. It gives it a very different, tangible experience. And then these footsteps. Oh, there's some timpani. There's some timpani mixed with the feet as well. That's fucking sick, dude. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Gives it a very kind of evil vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? But more the left-hand low piano makes it a little spooky. And then obviously you start the turntable, and you're gonna hear that motif that is used quite a bit through it. So honestly, this might be like super nerdy and stuff, but like those little attention to details make like kind of a pop sounding song a lot more interesting to me, because that stuff is like, that's very important. In my opinion, just an opinion. For me, a Linkin Park, like again, I'm not a super fan, but like an identifiable characteristic, jickada, tickada, 3EN, 4EN on the snare drum to bring us in as like the turnaround fill. Super wide open, super easy, but it just fits with their sound so much. You know what I'm saying? Like over those big open power chords, like it just has that Linkin Park sound to it, in my opinion. Went back 7. Ba-da-da. Sorry, hold on. Let me hear it again. I'm singing it wrong to you. And then it's very cool. Get to the verse.
It's pouring in. You laid on the floor again. One knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if you
That's so cool. I love that because you get boom, boom, gong, and then the bass is just gone for the next 4 bars, 4 to 8 bars, depending on how you're counting it. And it's wide open for just voice. Like the flow is cool, and you just have voice and drums. Like, I mean, and granted that bum, da, 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 is still there in the background a little bit, but it just adds a lot of like texture to where the verse is going. Hold on, let's just grab that first, the introduction of the verse again.
It's pouring in, you laid on the floor again. One knock at the door and then we both
3,
know how the story ends. You can't win if you
4,
wait like that
2,
when the
3,
war begins.
and bass comes
Aiming
back.
so high, it's ringing so low, trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Hold it inside and hope it
Now,
won't show.
we can get super nerdy on this. The other thing that I really like about Linkin Park and the sounds they give us is the quality of sound on the snare drum. I feel like if you play this to most people that listen to, like, they kind of focus more on the percussion side of things. If you took away the vocals and maybe other like harmonic identifiable characteristics, you're not left with much, but you could probably be like, oh, that's probably a Linkin Park track. Just by the way the drummer's playing it. It's nothing like we're not like reinventing anything here because these rhythms are used in literally thousands of songs, but it's just the way it goes with it. If that is making sense, I'm a hyper nerd for good sounding snares, and there's a massive different timbres, all kinds of different sound types that people are going to gravitate towards and what they like. I have so many of them. But this is definitely one of them. It's a super wide, kind of wet sound. And this pre-chorus is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's only 4 bars long, but you get the clean tone on piano. Everything else changes. You don't have, hold on. Bass notes or whole notes. Yeah, man, it's cool. And then the drop, obviously. Very predictable pop progression. But for what's going on musically underneath the vocals, it makes sense. Let's keep going. A little differences on this verse. Look at these animations, man. Beautiful. Can you imagine how good that must feel to be like in this video animated? Ooh. Ooh, where are we going? I like this bridge. Vocal effect variations. All right, we'll get to this heavier side in a second. Let's go back to about 126 or 120-ish when we get into the second verse. Right away, the part that sticks out is, remember how we talked about the 4 bars? Like we got boo, 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 boop, and it was wide open, just drums, flow, vocals on top. Now there's a lot more saturation underneath, so it's a nice little ingredient mix that I feel like we did need a little more of to give us some variation so both verses don't sound too similar. Here we go. Second verse. 2, 3. So on the third bar, yeah, so the bass and other key stuff that's going on, it's the same chord progression. We just get more low end, like just root harmonic foundations moving with the chord tones to really kind of just outline where the progression is going. It was already implied. You could definitely hear it in your head previously, but they're just really making sure that you get it this time. It's nice. It's a nice addition to this, make sure that we're not, it's a little bit asymmetrical with how many ingredients are involved to create the sound.
Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumber 10 to 1. Back then should have bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list, so you don't
Be boom boom boom, and we get our little animation with it. That bass line was the same before, but it feels different even when you see something as simple as be boom boom boom, someone playing that, even though it's like a animated version of it, it hits harder because if you can see it, you can feel it a little bit more, especially if you're not like really used to listening down to bass lines. So that's also, we talk about a lot of nerdy stuff on this channel, but like, why not, right?
there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list, so you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this.
I like the reverse piano builds. That's cool. Check-a-doo. Chorus feels the same, which really it should on the drop. But here we go. Here's our differences. Nice little elements, like heavy reverb on guitars, much cleaner tone, obviously, as we drop into the bridge here. It's going to take us somewhere else. That's the whole reason it's called a bridge. I think it's cooler to focus on the chords there instead of the fading voice. Ooh. All right, so obvious focus on ba da da da. So minor seconds are like the ultimate like power move right there, and it resolves and it ascends further, but you get it twice. So if they're gonna, they tell you once, it feels pretty good. You're like, okay, that hits pretty heavy considering what's going on vocally, but it doesn't happen once. It happens twice. So they're really emphasizing. I didn't go back far enough. Here we go. I apologize so much. I'm a horrible YouTuber. Here we go. Focus on the guitar part once it drops.
This is what you
Well, we get it thrice. Then we ascend. Cool. That's a pretty fun part. Visually, this is just unreal, man. This is where you guys can give me some insight.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
Jesus Christ.
In the sunrise, ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, it's undeniably, visually out of this world, man. Oh, this is the fun part. All those components that we talked about previously in the song, obviously going to be, and that is the outro. That went way too fast, man. That was super fun. So again, let me know about the insights of the game, what's going on with worlds, all that stuff, because that's just something I'm not as familiar with. Like, I've watched the game, but there's a lot of stuff on the screen. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the old person stuff here. So anyway, okay, boomer. Musically speaking, that was a super fun Linkin Park song. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, please, and thank you. My name is DrumRollTony. Catch me when I'm live on Twitch. You can find links to my socials down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button, subscribe to the channels, and catch you next video. Have a great day. I appreciate you being here. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Take it easy. Bye-bye.